Friday night baseball from the Bay Area and the Oakland Coliseum. Tonight the homestand continues with the first of three between the Cleveland Indians and the Oakland A's. A's baseball is on the air next. Sean Manaea gets the starting nod for the A's in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that can hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good
tonight
pitcher.
for Cleveland.
Here's Leonis Martin, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch coming. Here it is. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball one. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
A little chilly but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Really good at bat here from the leadoff hitter as he'll force him to throw another one. Another full count pitch home. Popped up. And there's out number 1. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He's got a batting average of over 400 with runners in scoring position coming into this one. I love watching him in those situations because he gets really dialed in. Hopefully we get to see some of that today.
In now for Cleveland, Carlos Gonzalez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
1 out, nobody on. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
The 1-2. Tapped out in front of home. And there's out number 2.
Batting third, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Striding into the box, Jose Ramirez. His career numbers against Manaea, he's 0 for 8. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1.
Here's a perfect situation. 2 outs, bases empty, power hitter at the plate. He ain't looking for a single and hoping to pass the baton. This guy's looking to do damage.
Base hit into right center.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. 1-1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Indian shortstop behind 1 and 2 in the count.
This offense has been warned. If they didn't know already, now they do know. He's got his A-game fastball with him today.
Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Francisco Lindor.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
The 3-2 pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
You know what, Matty? I don't see it ending anytime soon. We got to take a look at the upcoming matchups, but this guy is absolutely locked in the plate, and I don't think anybody gets him to lose his toehold right now.
Here's Carlos Santana now. Swing, and he pops him up. And no one will track it down. His average sits at 296 entering play. 6 home runs and 19 driven in. Behind 0-2 now. Ramirez on third. Lindor on at second with 2 down. Ready on 0-2. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Indians strand a couple, and now the A's offense gets its first shot here. No score. Carlos Carrasco, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
So stepping in, Marcus Semien. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Marcus Semien.
First pitch on its way. In there at the knees, strike 1. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come in off another victory last time out, and now they're winners of 8 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
Here it comes, 0-2. On, he pops it up. Kipnis over to his left. 1 out. Time Now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. What do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me is the fact that this is a modern-day lineup. A lot of swing and miss, but not many people concerned about it. We were around the cage during batting practice. These guys are trying to drive the baseball out of the yard. They are not concerned with taking 3 and going back to the dugout.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. He's set and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch is a slider that misses below the zone.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
The 2-1 home is laid off of for ball number 3. Matt Chapman is on deck. The 3-1 finds the zone to fill the count, 3-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Naquin's under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting third, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, and you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hits this one hard the other way. Kipnis is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Still no score. And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, 0-1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. The next 0-2. Misses for ball 1.
2 strikes.
The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
The 3-2 pitch. He spoils another one, and will do it again. This is pulled into right. Piscotty is there to put it away for out number 1.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one.
Second baseman.
And let's take a look at outfielder Stephen Piscotty. Stanford grad, so you know he's got the smarts and the baseball acumen to get it done out there. Big middle of the order bat, big time arm from right field as well.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First delivery to him on the way. Hit in the air out to center field. Laureano is going to get there. 2 gone.
Batting 8, the left fielder, number 8, Jordan Luplow.
Into the box, Jordan Luplow. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Kenna is after it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's Chris Davis now. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco. Just a 1 for 12 career line. He's also gone down on strikes 9 times. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes. The count to Chris Davis.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Three balls and 2 strikes. A full count to the A's DH.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around a leadoff walk.
3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians defensive setup today. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH, but don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big time power at the plate.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that brings in the big power hitting first baseman Matt Olson. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Two and one to the A's first baseman.
One strike.
And the pitch on 2-1. That's on the outside corner. Count 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the
Batting
umpire.
six.
Sometimes it can be
second
really
baseman.
tough for these big, strong guys, because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
And that brings up Chad Pinder as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Comes in here right at 260. One home run and 19 driven in. Carrasco pauses. 0-1 pitch on its way. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Two out, nobody on. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
I mean, this offense has gotten some ugly swings off early. This pitcher is on point right now. He is mixing and matching, and everything's working.
And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. A's are gone in order. We'll move to the third with no score. And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. And he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Plawecki.
First pitch on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The
well executed two-seamer on the outside
hitter.
corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Next will be the designated hitter, Leonis Martin. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Nope.
Ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
The right fielder, number 7, Carlos Gonzalez.
Digging in to try it again, Carlos Gonzalez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Third inning, no score to this point. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
The Athletics due to hit here in the third. They're looking to get some momentum going with the bats. This is a group that has had trouble doing so all season long. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively, but first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts. So that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And that'll bring in Ramon
Leading off for the
Laureano.
A's,
He starts off the inning against the guy who
fielder,
struck out the side last
22.
inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball.
Too low, 1-0.
That's a
First
ball.
2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Here it comes, 2-0. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Now the 2-1 is in there for the second strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit hard down the left field line. But no one gets to this one as it lands in the home bullpen. A foul ball. The next 3-2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll in the hill
Batting
right
it.
now. As we
The
roll
left
through it
fielder,
again, remember,
Mark.
he struck out the side in the last
Canha.
inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
First pitch on its way. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Good idea with the change, but it's 2-1. A's still looking for that elusive first hit of the ball game. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. The 2-2. Popped straight up. Santana moving to his left. 2 gone.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Drew Butera.
At the plate, Drew Butera, 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. 1-0 home is taken, strike one. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike two, swinging.
I got to count 1 and 2.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. This is line to left, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. 3 innings in the books, still no score on the show. Digging in, Jose Ramirez, as we begin the top of the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, but this will land untouched. 2-1 to Jose Ramirez. Now the 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows his team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called, and a questionable first out of the inning.
Well, no preferential treatment there.
Now batting.
Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor, standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Popped straight up, and no one will track it down. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare. A guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle of the order guys.
The first baseman,
back-to-back Ks,
Carlos
and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better.
Well hit to right, but no one can get to this one as it's down for a foul ball inside the visitors' bullpen.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. The next 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Down in order go the Tribe. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Stepping up now, Marcus Semien back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They figured this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Here it comes. 1-0. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Now the 2-0 is looked at for the first strike. Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there. 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Time now for the Indians' road to the show report as we get a look at 2 guys making some noise in the upper minors. Stephen Piscotty comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at bat. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Here's the 2-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Fouled off. Ready with another 2-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And you can see the top 2 pitch velocities here. 96 on one hand versus a still respectable 92 on the other. Striding in for Oakland, Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Carrasco pauses. Here it comes. And it's the outside corner. It's strike 1. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 strikes.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Heading after it is Naquin. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off for the Indians.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
The center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
First offering on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Piscotty. 1 down.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Digging in now, Jason Kipnis. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 1 out, nobody on. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for strike 2.
You can clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call, and his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's giving the umpire an earful from that dugout.
1-2. Here it comes. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground to short. Simeon's got it. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag. And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will
Ladies
indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Upon video review, the call of safe at first base has been overturned and the batter ruled out.
Standing in now, Jordan Luplow. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. And a good job to lay off the fastball. They're close, but it's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Zero.
1-2 now.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden, he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Halfway home, still no score. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Despite the fact that they've yet to push a run across, the game is still tied, and the pitch count for their opposition is really getting up there. They think that making him work as hard as he has is going to pay off later in the game, and that they just need to stick to the process.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
The Athletic.
So here's
The
the cleanup
designated
hitter,
hitter,
Chris Davis,
Chris
as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Fastball just missed above the zone. The 1-0 home. It's the bottom of the zone for a strike. The 1-1 is a heater in there for a strike. Misses. Ball 2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that brings in the big power hitting first baseman Matt Olson. First delivery to him on the way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. The 0-2 once more. Just hung in there on that one. And there's the first hit of the game for the A's.
Hey, D-Row, it's about time they finally break through. We're into the 5th inning, and that's just their first hit of this game.
Yeah, Danny, it's been a pitcher's delight out there, but I'm an offensive guy. I want to see some balls moved into the gap. First knock, hopefully this is the start of many.
Into the box now, Chad Pinder. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Olson, base runner at first with 1 out. Two and 0. Outside, 3-0 now.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Now the 3-0 offering is in there for strike 1.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
So runners at first and second here with 1 away, and digging in now, Ramon Laureano. From the stretch. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. The 1-0. Misses. Ball 2. Laureano is just shy of 6 feet at 5'11", a right-handed batter and thrower. He was a 16th round selection during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2. Runners are at first and second with one away. 3-2 to the A's center fielder.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Sharp ground ball to third. To second for one. Throw to Santana, the double play, and that's how the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Standing in, Kevin Plawecki. He'll get the 6th inning started for Cleveland.
The catcher, Kevin Plawecki.
First pitch of the at-bat on, and a ball 1-0.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
And he fouls this one off. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He got ahead with 2 good fastballs and then tried to drop the changeup to see if he'd be out in front. Did a great job of laying off that pitch right there. Interested to see where he goes now.
Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Line to the right side. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box, Leonis Martin. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location.
Now batting,
so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. He swings and grounds it to short. Step on the bag for one. Relay to Olsen. They turn the double play, and that retires the side. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6, and we still have no score. Digging in for his second at-bat, Mark
leading
Hanna.
off for
So
the
far,
A's,
0 for 1 with a
the left
flyout.
fielder, Mark Hanna.
He's set. Here it comes. Cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner. Pitch on the way. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
The 2-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout
Now
was
batting,
scored,
catcher,
looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Stepping in now, Drew Butera, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
1 out, nobody on. Line toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, man, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first. So
shortstop,
as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
Coming to the plate now, Marcus Semien. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Butera, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Hit in the air to center field. Naquin is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and up next the outfielder Stephen Piscotty. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a wild pitch here as this one's to the backstop. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And a very big mistake as that'll move the possible go-ahead run into scoring position.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far that pitch was from the strike zone. That thing wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision to move up a base pretty easy to make.
1-0 count. The pitch. That's wide. 2-0. Takes this the other way to right, and that's going to get down out there. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it. Not coming around it and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
In now, Matt Chapman, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the 1-0. Laid off, but a cold strike as that caught the outside. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, Matty V, and the way baseball is played these days, it's about 6 innings or 100 heaves, and you're pretty much looking for that bullpen. In D-roll right now, this guy's pretty vulnerable right now at this game.
Yeah, Dan, you are a monster down that bullpen. That's what it seems to be in today's game. There's 5 or 6 of you guys hanging out down there. So he's going to empty the bucket right here until the manager gets him.
3-1.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
The set and the 3-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Gonzalez on the run, but this will land untouched.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk
now
is the result.
The designated
the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Now the A's designated hitter, Chris Davis. One of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away. First pitch on its way. And that's taken for strike 1.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
And it's 1-1.
1-1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Ready with the 1-2. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Two and 2. Here it is. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Number 10 for him on the year as they move on top 4-0.
They were so close to getting out of this mess. 2 outs, 2 strikes, but then the grand slam gave him something could handle, and he pays for it dearly.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here.
Your
Ryan
attention,
Stanek,
please.
the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the
Number
pitching.
55, Ryan Stanek. Now batting, first baseman, Matt Olson.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Lifted the other way out to left center. Naquin's on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. But not before the A's strike for 4 runs, with the big blow being this grand slam. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the 7th, with the A's up 4-zip. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Striding in for the Indians, Jose Ramirez. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
Ground ball foul down the left side. Now here's the pitch. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
The 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another try at 2-2. Hit softly on the ground to first. Olson is there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So next it'll be the 4-hole hitter for the Tribe, Francisco Lindor. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Now a snap throw to first, and he's back easily. So now Carlos Santana, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Ready once again, Tyler Naquin. No hits to this point. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. First pitch of the at-bat. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, the Indians have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Jason.
So coming to the plate, Jason Kipnis. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled off. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Hard on the ground towards short, and that's through for a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and they say better late than never, and that's definitely the case
now
here.
batting.
They couldn't get anything going through the first 6 frames, but they scratch a run across here in the 7th. We'll see if they can parlay that first run into something more.
Into the box now, Jordan Luplow. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. A 2-0 count to the Indians left fielder.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Hit in the air out to center field. Laureano coasts under it, and that retires the side. Indians forced to settle for 1.
From the traditional
it's stretch time here in Oaktown. It's the A's 4 and the Indians 1. Stepping in, Chad Pinder.
Leading off for the A's,
his last trip.
the second baseman, Chad Pinder.
First pitch of the at-bat. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 misses for the second ball.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Two-0 count. The pitch. Nope. 3-0.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start
Now
an inning.
batting,
One thing to give up a walk,
22.
but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And up next will be Ramon Laureano. From the stretch. Sacrifice attempt here. There's one.
Got him.
But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
That's a really tough
The left
double play to
fielder,
turn when
number
the first
20,
baseman has
Mark.
to field it coming off the bag and then make a throw to second while the runner is going down the line. Couldn't complete the double play, but at least they got one out.
So now it's Mark Canha as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside the throw. Tag from Kipnis, and he's out at second base.
Not every catcher could make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath it, so hats off to him on that one.
And this one's over at the knees, 2-1.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heater.
We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Two and two.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity on it.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gonzalez has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing there for the A's, but they lead it 4-1.
Your attention,
Trevino
please.
has been summoned from
Now
the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 62, Lou Trevino.
In now, Kevin Plawecki, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up
The
and followed that with a base hit.
Plawecki.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike taken up in the zone.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here now the 2-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. And there are the final numbers for the Oakland starter. And he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Leonis Martin. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer needing 3 runs in the 9th. That means game over.
2 balls and a strike to Leonis Martin. Eighth inning, 4-1 is our score. Hit out towards second. Pinder scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 7.
4-1 our score as we give you a look there at the starter comparison to see how the numbers match up for the 2 starters. At the plate, Carlos Gonzalez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Two out, nobody on. Stays alive, still 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
And there's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Now at the plate, Drew Butera.
Leading off,
he's
for
1
the
for
A's,
2 in the ball game.
the catcher, Drew Butera.
First pitch on its way. And he gets ahead 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Ball taken there, 2-1 now.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s, you ain't doing much with that.
Grounder down the line at third. Ramirez is up with it, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Marcus Semien. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's set and the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 is a ball high and inside. Bases are empty, one man out. It's 2-1 to the A's leadoff batter.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
He's set and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, right down Main Street with that one. 2-2.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout?
Now
he
batting,
fell behind
right
2-0
fielder,
to start the at-bat.
Seabass.
That's a pretty bad place to be, but
Got
then
it.
he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to set him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Standing in now, Stephen Piscotty, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. One 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a breaking ball that he didn't quite get on top of. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
The 3-0 is a slider looked at and called a strike.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
The 3-1 pitch. And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work.
Yeah, the guy's
now
been on
batting,
fire lately,
third
hitting
baseman,
anything close. So
Matt
I think this is the way to go here.
Chapman.
Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Stepping up to the plate, Matt Chapman. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Liner toward right center. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Oakland as they hold on to a 4-1 lead.
Ladies and
Trennan
gentlemen,
comes
your
on from the
attention,
pen,
please.
hoping to finish this one
Now
off here in the
pitching
top
for
of the ninth.
Athletics, number 39, Blake Ryder.
Standing in, Jose Ramirez. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
They look like they're up against it here. Down 3 on the road. trying to come back against the closer.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
2 balls and a strike to count. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. The 2-2. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Striding in, Francisco Lindor. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides.
Olsen fields it cleanly. Oh, way to get dirty. Hey now.
Up next for Cleveland, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Digging in, Carlos Santana. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. And he fouls this one off. And now this crowd of 27,000 plus rise to their feet. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Last strike now for Cleveland. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. On to first to be in time to take care of him, and the A's have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Athletics rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Sean Manaea earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Blake Trinan hammers down the save, his 11th of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 51 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting out west in the American League, Sean Manaea grabbed win number 6 on the year as Oakland disposed of the Indians 4-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The Seattle Mariners knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took down the Red Sox on the road 6-0. The Halos put together 10 total hits as they blew out Baltimore 8-0. The Houston Astros launched 3 home runs as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 19-3. Yonny Chirinos earned the 3rd W of his season, helping lead the Rays to a win over the Yankees 3-2. They now have 6 straight victories. The White Sox halted their 6-game losing streak as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 5-2. The Phillies got 11 hits overall as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 3-1. The Tigers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 5-2. Paul Sewald collected win number 3 this year as the Mets were winners over the Marlins 1-0. The Chicago Cubs held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they got the best of the Brewers at home 4-1. They are on a roll with 8 straight victories. The Pittsburgh Pirates combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Cardinals on the road 2-0. The Braves allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got a road win against Arizona 6-1. The Friars totaled 11 hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 4-2. The Dodgers picked up 14 hits in total as they bested the visiting Nats 7-6. The Reds grabbed 13 hits in the game as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 6-5. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.